If you run less than 5 hours a week, strict Zone 2 training might actually be making you slower. The polarized training model, popularized by Dr. Steven Seiler, prescribes that 80% of training should be at low intensity. While this is the gold standard for elites, it has become a damaging dogma for the recreational runner. The problem isn't the ratio, it is the absolute volume. An elite runner logging 120 kilometers a week still accumulates 24 kilometers of high-intensity work within that 20% slice. Their easy miles are structural support for massive aerobic load. Apply that same ratio to a runner logging 3 hours a week. You are left with only 36 minutes of quality stimulus. This falls below the minimal effective dose required to trigger significant VO2 max or lactate threshold adaptations. Physiological adaptation is driven by homeostasis disruption. Without the sheer volume to fatigue muscle fibers, low-intensity running for short durations provides insufficient stress to force your body to improve. For the time-crunched athlete, research points towards sweet spot or threshold training. This targets the intensity between the first and second lactate term points, the very gray zone elites avoid, but amateurs need. Threshold training maximizes mitochondrial biogenesis per unit of time. It improves your ability to clear lactate at speed, offering the highest return on investment when you are capped at 4 hours of training per week. Scientific reviews on volume-limited populations indicate that while polarized training is effective, pyramidal training, where more time is spent in Zone 3, often yields superior race results for 5K to half-marathon distances. Furthermore, strictly slow running fails to recruit Type IIa intermediate muscle fibers. To improve running economy and mechanical efficiency, you must run at speeds that require these fibers to engage. This creates a new hierarchy for the busy runner. Instead of an 80-20th split, aim for a variable approach where intensity compensates for the lack of volume. Your easy days are for recovery, not volume accumulation. If you run 3 times a week, a viable structure is 1 tempo run at threshold, 1 interval session for VO2 max, and 1 long run at a steady aerobic pace, not a recovery shuffle. There is a caveat. If your life stress is incredibly high, Zone 2 is necessary to prevent burnout. But strictly from a performance standpoint, low volume plus low intensity equals a performance plateau. Don't mimic the training logs of athletes who have all day to recover. If you are time poor, you cannot afford to run junk miles. Make every minute count by increasing the density of your work. Train for your reality, not an elite's fantasy.